The story of American railroad operations is dramatic. They demonstrate this story than Chicago, rail headquarters for the nation. Housed in this stately building in beautiful Jackson Park is the Museum of Science and Industry, founded by the late Julius Rosenwald. One of the museum's most interesting exhibits is a complete operating railroad system in miniature, constructed by Minton Cronkite and presented to the museum by the Santa Fe Railroad. Spread out in this one exhibit is a facsimile of a modern, streamlined railway system. In action, it typifies today's picture of rail transportation. Operated through this control board, which represents the dispatcher's job on a railroad, a veritable maze of tracks, switches, bridges, tunnels, and fast-moving trains brings to life in miniature one of the most vital industries, railroading. This courier nurse stopping one of the trains gives an idea of its size, miniature yet perfect in every mechanical detail. With the advent of railroads came an influx of settlers and the development of America's natural resources. More than 30,000 trains are operated daily with safety and comfort to provide a public service no other transportation agency can render. Railroads link the nation's resources and productivity with its markets. They are the lifeblood of the nation and the main line of national defense. Technique and timing is the very essence of Santa Fe Railway's signal system, known as 3-block 4 indication signaling. Watch the changing signal lights. Here are the indications, which mean red, stop, 1 yellow, proceed at reduced speed, prepared to stop, 2 yellow, proceed prepared to pass next signal at reduced speed, and green, proceed. So you'd like to build a railroad, eh? Well, you and thousands of others, brother. It's one of the most popular pastimes in the whole Hobby Lobby. There are hundreds of model train clubs scattered over the country, in addition to individual enthusiasts. This super system has used 1,000 feet of track, 20,000 ties, 9 steam-type locomotives, 3 diesel-type locomotives, 14 passenger cars, 60 freight cars. You'd never guess there are 10,000 feet of wire, 5,000 soldered connections, sentinel at the Grand Canyon South Rim, amid typical Arizona atmosphere, rainbow colorings, and rock formations. The indescribable, awe-inspiring beauty of the Grand Canyon has been made easily accessible to millions through the magic of transportation. Comfortable sleeping cars bring you direct to the canyon's edge. Santa Fe is the only railroad entering Grand Canyon National Park. Railroads serve the farmer or rancher, large or small, east or west, bringing cattle, sheep, and other livestock to packing houses, and later distributing meat products to town, city, and country. Trainloads of citrus fruits, oranges, lemons, grapefruit, tangerines. Santa Fe territory produces 64% of all America's orange crop, practically all the lemon harvest, and grapes. They move in huge quantities from western vineyards to eastern tables. Fast and dependable schedules ensure prompt delivery. Southern cotton fields and northern markets are linked by the railroads. Railroads opened up the great treasure trove of the Southwest, its mines, coal and copper, and lead and silver, distributing the nation's supply of these vital materials. Forests of America, railroads have always had a part in the romance of the lumber industry and have followed through from the tall timber stage to the furniture markets. Black gold from the depths of the earth, and the railroads right on hand to haul it in any and every direction. to keep the nation's wheels going around, and how. Transportation is tailor-made to fit the industrial problem, and whether it's oil or coal, lamb or lettuce, the railroads have the answer all figured out for you. The owner of grain-raising lands can be monarch of all he surveys, since the railroad has come to his door to keep the immense elevators full of golden grain. Trains and cars maneuver to be where they are needed and when they are needed. The railroads depend on steel, and steel depends on the railroads. They transport ore from mining sections of the country. They carry metal from the scrap piles of the land. This stream of metal pours into the blast furnaces and foundries for conversion into useful steel. Our exhibit illustrates the immensely important part that steel and the rails play in the drama of industrial development. Mammoth rolling mills shape boiler sheets for repairing locomotives. Everybody loves the steam shovel. They'll move mountains without complaint, and they're right down in front when there are new road beds to be made. Every knock's a boost. Watch this busy pile driver, one of the thousands of necessary steps in construction routine. From engine cab to caboose, from roundhouse to railway station, the vernacular of the railroad is steeped in tradition. Any new expression has to work its way into the language of the rails. In these typical shops and roundhouses, equipment is checked and double-checked to conform to high standards of railroad safety. Millions of people earn their livelihood from industry. Well, hello, conductor. Oh, it's a hookup, is it? And don't forget, folks, when you're in Chicago, we'll all be glad to see you, and we'll put on our act for you anytime. Know your railroads and you know your country. They are as much a part of it as the plains they cross, the mountains through which they have burrowed, and the rivers they have bridged.